8th day. Soldier. Whew. Hey, if we count our time like our forefathers told us to do it. You remember the old church. They would say before 2000, God's coming back. And 2000 happened and we're still here. And I asked, well, what's going on? And you said he was coming back before 2000. Was it that our prophetic fathers were wrong? It's the same way when they told us that the day should end on Joshua when the sun sets. Were they wrong? Absolutely not. Because according to time, there was always a 24-hour set. So if I teach that the sun was going to set at 7 o'clock at a certain time, I'm not wrong. But God suspended time supernaturally. It says, sun, stay in place. What does that mean to us today? That I exchanged the S-U-N for the S-O-N in the text. And what is it saying? It's saying, son, S-O-N, stay in. Hey, don't you know we live dispensationally? Yes. That the dispensation of grace is going to end. There was the age of innocence, it ended. The age of consciousness, it ended. The age of animal sacrifices, it ended. Now we're in the age of grace. And one day, it's going to end. And the reason we're in the age of grace is because the sun is still in place. And when that sun sets, God help you if you don't have it together. We're about to bust into a revelation study at my church. And I'm saying, God help us. If that sun sets and you're still here, if you don't have the victory by the time that sun sets, I'm talking about the S-O-N, you are in trouble. And Joshua knew, I'm in trouble if this sun sets on me in the middle of this battle. This battle of the flesh. I know, God, if you set right now, I am in trouble. Come on, if we can be transparent. You can call ourselves as many titles as you want to. Prophet, apostle, pastor, evangelist, whatever you want to say. But if the truth be told, we are all in a battle with this flesh. And Lord, if the sun set while I'm still in the midst of this battle, I'm not going to make it. So God had to look at us and say, son, stay in place. And the Bible says that it stayed in place until he got the victory over his enemies. Whew. Hey, shot. Isn't that amazing? The Lord said, son, stay in place because they don't have the victory yet. Because if I crack this sky, many people are still going to be left. So he said, son, stay in place. So how do we account for time from 2000 to 2010? The transition of light is stopped where it's eternally light until we get the victory over our enemies. So I call you today to be a 25th hour, 8th day soldier. We got souls that have to be saved. While we play in church, people are dying by the thousands. While we're spending 6 hours so we can have a doctor in front of our name. Not saying anything's wrong with that, but if that's more your focus than souls, you don't have to call me doctor. I want to know, how many folk did you get saved since you've been saved? Now, not how many hours and credit hours you had at the divinity school. That didn't get nobody saved. Just because you said my name was doctor, folk didn't fall down and say, what must I do to be saved? We're arrogant, proud, foolish, hiders. The way we get folks saved is through our transparency. But everybody playing church. You need to tell folk, look, I've been through what you've been through. I was the baddest drug dealer in Delaware till God saved my soul. You need to tell the young girls, yeah, I had abortions, but God has been good to me. You need to tell them I used to get so drunk, I woke up in the corner, peed all over myself, and woke up in gutters half the time. But look what God has done. But when folk come to church, they're intimidated. Because you walking in with your Brianna suit, with your doctorate degree, speaking above their heads, God bless it, hallelujah. Don't want to talk to them and turning your nose up at folk. You are going to be held accountable for that when you get to heaven. Church folk going to restaurants and wearing down, yelling at the waitress and leaving $1 tip and talking about what church you go to.
Yes.
Church folk have kept more people out of church than the devil ever has. But Lord, help us to be 25th hour, 8th day soldiers. The reason that folk are still playing games is because they haven't opened up the prophetic calendar to see what day it is. You open that through discernment. That's not on your BlackBerry. It's not on your calendar. God, every time you get on your knees and ask what time it is, God will reveal to you. You are living in the last of the last minute of the last hour of the last day. It's 11:59, December 31st, and the clock is.
You better get ready. Get ready for the outpour. Get ready for the rain.